Today, we dive into one of the most beloved characters in animated television, Philip J. Fry. From his humble beginnings in Brooklyn to his extraordinary adventures in the 31st century and beyond, Fry's journey takes us from the start of time to the end of the universe with many stops along the way. Let's explore our favourite delivery boy's entire life from his birth to old age, examining his friendships, romances and adventures to understand why he remains such a beloved character. Philip J. Fry, often just called Fry, is the everyman of the Futurama universe, a slacker delivery boy who accidentally becomes a 31st century space adventurer. Fry's life is a blend of comedic misadventures and heartfelt moments. Before we get into Fry saving the universe, his romance with Leela and his journey to becoming a billionaire, let's start at the beginning with the Fry family. Fry was born on August 14th, 1974 in Brooklyn, New York, which was the same day the Mets won, making it his mother's happiest day ever. Named after his father's favourite tool, the Phillips screwdriver, Fry grew up in a poor family that was distant yet loving. They lived in a tasteless suburban teardown. His parents, though somewhat disconnected, cared for him deeply in their own unique ways. His father, Yancey Fry Sr., was a paranoid conspiracy theorist and harsh disciplinarian, always preparing for a Soviet attack after his time as a soldier in Vietnam. He was quite harsh with Fry and often praised his rivals instead.
Woo! Down at the 35!
I'm really sick.
Huh? Oh, sorry. 109. We'll check it again at halftime.
You home from school, you traitor?
Despite his rough exterior, Yancey Sr. showed glimpses of affection for his son in his own unique ways, like when the pair went ice fishing when Fry was 14. When Fry accidentally fell through the ice, Yancey Sr. showed concern and care for his boy in the shack afterwards.
You still haven't thanked me for pulling you out of the lake, soldier.
I could have flip-flopped out.
I know that. Look, son, I know I give you the business sometimes, but if I'm hard on you, it's only 'cause I want you to grow up strong and resilient. Someday, you may face adversity so preposterous, I can't even conceive of them. But I know you'll pull through and make me proud. I love you, son. Now bundle up. I don't want you getting frozen.
His mother, on the other hand, was obsessed with watching sports television, often neglecting Fry's emotional needs, but still loving him in her own distracted manner. She shows that she loves him deeply, even if she's not the best at expressing it, like with his 8th birthday party.
You really think a games party is a good idea? I mean, Phil's not much of a competitor.
Yeah, I know. He still can't work a zipper, but he's my son, and I love him. And I want to give him a birthday that'll leave him feeling like a winner for once.
Even after Fry's disappearance, she frequently dreamed about him. Fry even managed to visit her in one of these dreams with Nibbler's help during the episode Game of Tones to help get closure for the pair. Fry's older brother, Yancey Jr., often seemed like a rival, even wanting to be named Philip himself, but grew to share a profound bond with him. Yancey envied Fry's carefree attitude and even tried to steal Fry's ideas and moves out of jealousy.
Name? Cosmic F. Special moves? The moonwalk. The robot. The Zero G. Name? Cosmic Y. Special moves? The spacewalk. Hey! The robot. The robot? That's similar to mine. The Zero G. What are you doing? You totally ripped off my routine. Why do you always have to steal everything from me, Yancey? Find your own life and live it.
However, it was later revealed in the episode The Luck of the Fryrish that Yancey Jr., after finding Fry's hidden 7-leaf clover while searching for music for his upcoming wedding, that later he named his own firstborn son Philip and gave him the treasured clover, breaking an over 300-year family tradition to honour his missing brother, showing the deep respect and love he held for Fry.
Daddy has a present for you today. Do you know what it is? It's a lucky clover that can help you be successful whatever you do, even breakdancing, and it once belonged to someone very special. Son, I'm naming you Philip J. Fry in honor of my little brother, who I miss every day. I love you, Philip. And I always will.
And who could forget Seymour, Fry's loyal dog he rescued from the streets in 1997. Fry would become very close with him, and the pair would often sing/bark walking on sunshine together. Seymour was the only one who managed to find Fry whilst frozen, and then, after Fry's disappearance, like the bestest boy he is, Seymour waited a lifetime for Fry's return. Seymour's unwavering loyalty and Fry's eventual discovery of Seymour's fate during the Jurassic Park episode highlight the deep connections Fry had, even if he didn't always realise it at the time. Fry himself lived an interesting childhood, as his parents thought it would be a waste of taxpayers' money to send him to school. Instead, Fry spent his time drinking 100 cans of cola a week and playing video games until his eyes bled. This led him to be a 20th century college dropout from Coney Island Community College, and to end up working as a delivery boy at Mr. Panucci's Pizza in Manhattan, taking over the job from Obama.
Face it, someone with your limited brain power would be lucky to get a job as a pizza delivery boy.
Hey, Barack, pizza going out. Come on!
Man, I've got to go back to law school.
I'm not gonna wind up a loser like that guy. Sure you will. You're gonna lose the science fair.
Fry's early life in Brooklyn set the stage for the extraordinary adventures that would come, filled with the family dynamics that would shape him into the lovable, although sometimes clueless hero we adore. On New Year's Eve, 1999, Fry's life took an unexpected turn. After being dumped by his then girlfriend Michelle, whilst delivering a pizza to an icy wiener at the cryogenics lab, he was accidentally frozen and awoke exactly 1,000 years later in the 31st century. This cryogenic freezing was a blessing in disguise for Fry, as it took him away from his mundane life and seemingly unloving family and catapulted him into an era of unimaginable possibilities.
It's the future. My parents, my coworkers, my girlfriend. I'll never see any of them again. Yahoo!
The future brought a whirlwind of experiences for Fry. Upon awakening, he meets Taronga Leela, a one-eyed mutant career officer who tries to assign him his new 31st century job of delivery boy. Fry, not wanting to repeat his old life, runs away from Leela, starting a relationship that would last for the rest of time. While stumbling through the futuristic streets of New York, Fry meets Bender, an alcoholic kleptomaniac robot who becomes his closest friend.
You know, Fry, of all the friends I've had, you're the first.
Fry's new life in the future begins with his job at Planet Express, a delivery company owned by his very distant nephew, Professor Hubert J. Farnsworth, who was in need of another crew after losing his prior one to Space Bees. These early years in the future are filled with many adventures and mishaps. In The Series Has Landed, Fry experienced his first trip to the moon, fulfilling a lifelong dream. Despite his excitement, he soon learned that the moon had become a mundane tourist attraction, showcasing just how out of place he was. Like when in My Three Sons, he accidentally drunk the Emperor of the liquid planet Trisol, in turn becoming the Emperor himself. Though initially enjoying the power, Fry soon found himself in over his head as the planet's inhabitants attempted to extract the Emperor from within him. Fry very briefly became a billionaire after his 93 cents left in his Big Apple bank account turned into a whopping $4.3 billion thanks to 1,000 years worth of interest.
Shut up and take my money!
This windfall, however, was short-lived as he spent it all on his favourite pizza topping after finding a fossilised can of anchovies, a delicacy extinct in the 31st century. Fry's adventures continued as he moved into Bender's tiny robot apartment with a huge closet, creating a unique and comically dysfunctional living arrangement. His short stint at Mars University, where he attempted to earn a degree, showed his attempts to better himself, even if he often reverted to his lazy ways. One of the most memorable episodes was Fry's visit to the Slurm Factory, a parody of Wonka's Chocolate Factory, where Fry's insatiable appetite for the addictive soft drink led him to find out the bizarre truth of its origins. This disgusting fact, of course, did not stop Fry from drinking it and partying with Slurm's Mackenzie. These early experiences in the future not only set the tone for Fry's adventures, but also began to reveal the deeper layers of his character, showcasing his resilience, loyalty, and surprising heroism. Throughout his time in the 31st century, Fry remained an everyman, a relatable character whose bravery, loyalty, and heart made him a beloved hero. In fact, Fry's love life is as colourful as his adventures. His relationships span the spectrum from quirky and comedic to deeply emotional and heartfelt. Let's delve into the significant relationships that have shaped Fry's romantic journey, starting at his first romance with Michelle Jenkins, Fry's on and off ex-girlfriend from the 20th century, who reappears in Fry's life in the 31st. After a failed relationship with her in the future, Fry realizes that he's outgrown her and the past, now embracing his new life and the people within it. Michelle's inability to adapt to the future contrasts sharply with Fry's own growth and acceptance of his new world. Although Michelle was Fry's first love, she was technically not his earliest, as in the episode Roswell That Ends Well, Fry is thrown back in time due to his microwave accident, inadvertently causing the infamous Roswell UFO incident. During his time in 1947, he meets his paternal grandparents, and after accidentally killing his grandfather, Enos Fry, while trying to protect him, Fry has an encounter with his paternal grandmother that, takes a twist. Subsequently sleeping with Mildred makes Fry become his own grandfather. This strange adventure in the past is what gives Fry the Delta Brainwave, his ability to defeat the brain spawn in The Day the Earth Stood Stupid.
You lack the Delta Brainwave. It's a genetic abnormality which resulted when you went back in time and performed certain actions which made you your own grandfather.
I did do the nasty in the pasty.
Verily. And that past nastification is what shields you from the brains. You are the last hope of the universe.
So I really am important? How I feel when I'm drunk is correct?
Yes.
Next on the list is one of Fry's less successful romantic ventures, Fry's brief affair with Hermes' temporary replacement, Morgan Proctor, a grade 19 bureaucrat with a fetish for messy men. Their relationship quickly ends when Morgan deprograms his best friend Bender to cover up the affair.
I'm sick of you and your bureaucracy.
Dirty boy! Dirty boy!
Fry would get over this very quickly, however, as in the very next episode, The Deep South, Fry dates a mermaid named Umbriel after discovering the underwater city of Atlanta. Their relationship is so deep that Fry even plans to move to the underwater city with her until the challenges of interspecies romance appear, ending abruptly when Fry realizes the physical impossibilities.
Why couldn't she be the other kind of mermaid, with the fish part on top and the lady part on the bottom?
Amy Croker, a fellow Planet Express intern, shares a brief romantic relationship with Fry after he realizes he has no date for Valentine's Day. Fry ends up feeling smothered and quickly tries to break it off, wanting something deeper. Right after he does, the relationship peaks as Fry's head is temporarily sewn onto Amy's body following a car accident. We see Leela start to show care here for Fry, as when Amy goes on the Valentine's date with another guy while Fry's head is still attached, Fry's left as the awkward third wheel until Leela sympathetically steps in to help. He would later go on to date both girls at once for a very short time. But the most significant relationship Fry has is with Leela, his main love interest and later wife. Their relationship starts as a strong friendship, with Fry often expressing his love for Leela, who initially sees him only as a friend. Fry's attempts to win Leela's heart are a recurring theme throughout the show. Over time, Leela does begin to see Fry for who he truly is. Fry's affection for Leela becomes evident in episodes like Love and Rocket, where he sacrifices his own oxygen tank to save her, and in the emotional episode The Sting, where he throws himself in front of a giant space bee to try and protect her, showcasing his willingness to risk his life for hers. Unfortunately, Leela still falls into a coma after being stung by the space bee, and Fry's dedication to her is profoundly moving. He stays by her side, speaking to her in her dream world, and ultimately helps her wake up, showing the depth of his love and commitment. These acts of bravery slowly soften Leela's perception of Fry, revealing her deeper feelings for him. Like in Parasite's Lost, how Fry becomes infected with symbiotic worms that enhance his muscles and intelligence, making him temporarily the perfect man for Leela. However, Fry's decision to rid himself of the invasive worms to ensure Leela loves him for who he truly is underscores his deep feelings for her. The episode highlights Fry's desire for a genuine connection with Leela beyond superficial enhancements.
What's happened to you?
Nothing. I got rid of the worms.
What? Why would you do that?
Leela, I had worms. I needed to know who you loved, me or them.
Well, I don't know.
Please, give me a chance to be romantic on my own. I've got a baggie of massage oil, and I'm gonna give you my super back rub, just like I used to give Amy when I was going out with her, and she always seemed to
Time Keeps on Slipping is another pivotal episode for their relationship, where Fry rearranges the stars to write a love note to Leela. Unfortunately, the message is erased before she can see it, adding to the tragic nature of Fry's romantic efforts. In the final episode of the initial run, That Devil's Hands Are Idle Playthings, Fry trades his hands with the robot devil to be able to compose a holophonic opera about his love for Leela. Fry's musical masterpiece would win Leela's heart, but he ultimately sacrifices his newfound talent to save her, showing his willingness to give up everything for love. Although the opera fails, Leela is the only one who stays behind, showing her interest in Fry's love story.
Please don't stop playing, Fry. I want to hear how it ends.
In Bender's Big Score, Leela falls in love with Lars Fillmore, who was later revealed to be a time-travelling paradox version of Fry. This twist highlights Fry's potential for maturity and the deep connection he shares with Leela. While there's more to say about Fry's future as Lars, we'll save that story for a separate video on the Lars timeline that's linked down below. And hey, while you're down there, why not click that subscribe button for me? By the end of Into the Wild Green Yonder, Leela admits her love for Fry and they begin a romantic relationship. Their relationship faces numerous challenges but ultimately endures. So in Meanwhile, Fry proposes to Leela and they share a long happy life together in a frozen timeline. And when given the chance to reset their lives, Fry asks Leela,
What do you say? Want to go around again?
I do.
Through these relationships, we see Fry's deep capacity for love and loyalty, his struggles with self-worth, and his persistent hope that he will one day win Leela's heart. As Fry settled into his life in the future, his adventures continued to be as wild and unpredictable as ever. Such as in the last movie, when Fry joins a secret society and attempts to stop a mysterious species known as the Dark Ones from destroying all life in the universe. His philanthropic efforts also include advocating for robosexual relationships for Amy and Bender, and giving up his seat on the rocket to Mars to save Leela from the end of the world, which makes up for when he accidentally revealed that Leela is a mutant, so she gets banished to the sewers. Leela, furious with Fry's ignorance, states the only way that Fry could ever understand the mutant struggle was if he jumped into the mutagenic lake, and he does exactly that, diving into the ooze and becoming a grotesque mutant. Together, they start the devolution revolution and call on the government to give rights to mutants. At the end, it turns out Fry didn't actually mutate after all, but had simply stepped inside the mouth of another mutant living in the lake. Fry transitions from leading a revolution to spearheading a rebellion, this time against the ruthless businesswoman Mum in the episode Mother's Day, showcasing his leadership abilities and courage in the face of danger. During his adventures, Fry gains many followers on his Twitter in a race against Bender. He takes a chance on the Who Dares to Be a Millionaire game show and creates a friendship with Leonardo da Vinci, the stupidest alien. In one memorable episode, Fry spends his entire tax credit of $300 on 100 cups of coffee, demonstrating his impulsive nature and the lengths he'll go to indulge his whims. This coffee binge leads to a moment of hyper-caffeinated enlightenment, showing Fry's ability to find extraordinary experiences in ordinary actions. The late Philip J. Fry episode offers a profound look at Fry's character as he journeys through time with Bender and the Professor. This Emmy Award-winning episode not only showcases the comedic elements of their adventures, but also delves into Fry's reflections on life, love, and his place in the universe. It's a poignant reminder of Fry's depth and the philosophical undertones that often underpin the show's humour. Fed up with his go-nowhere delivery job, Fry even tried his hand at being a police officer, briefly joining the New York Police Department's Future Crimes Division. This stint highlighted his bravery and his desire to find purpose and meaning in his new life. One of Fry's most heroic moments occurs in the episode The Why of Fry. Fry learns that his cryogenic freezing was not an accident, but a deliberate act orchestrated by the cute Niblonians to save the universe. Fry must travel back in time to ensure his younger self is frozen that night in 1999 to help prevent the brain spawn from destroying all intelligent life. This episode highlights Fry's importance and the significant role he plays in the universe's survival. If he's not saving the Planet Express crew from Roberto, the manic human-killing robot, he's saving the entire Earth from the Omicronians. Like in the When Aliens Attack episode, Fry helps save the Earth from an alien invasion by reenacting the lost episode of a 20th century TV show, leveraging his knowledge of ancient pop culture to avert disaster.
Fry's life in the future is a series of notable events that showcase his growth and adaptability, from dealing with the consequences of his impulsive actions to stepping up in times of crisis.
Fry's journey through time and space culminates in his later years, where he reflects on his life and the people he loves, as Fry's story doesn't end in his youth or even at the end of time. Fry's final adventures are in the episode Meanwhile, which encapsulates his enduring love for Leela, as we see the heartwarming conclusion to his and her love story. Fry plans to propose to Leela atop the Vampire State Building, but due to his constant clumsiness, he gets stuck in a time loop along the way. Thankfully, they do go on to marry and grow old together during a long honeymoon, experiencing a lifetime of memories in a frozen moment. This episode provides a beautiful and touching resolution to the on-again, off-again relationship, showing that their love endured despite the many challenges they faced. Eventually, with the help of the Professor, time resets, bringing Fry back to his earlier years and into the newer seasons. But with the experiences and wisdom of a life well lived, this cyclical journey underscores the themes of love, loyalty, and the passage of time that run throughout Fry's story. It was a fitting end to an epic saga, showing that even in a world of sci-fi absurdity, the most important things remain timeless. Fry's adventures in his old age highlight his enduring spirit and the lasting impact of his relationships throughout time, whether navigating the complexities of time travel or simply enjoying the quiet moments with Leela.
Fry's later years are a testament to the life he built and the love he shared. It's a reminder that even in a futuristic world, the most meaningful journeys are those we take with the people we cherish.
In summary, Fry serves as our gateway to the bizarre and humorous world of Futurama, embodying both the confusion and wonder of being a man out of time. His story is one of growth, love, and finding purpose in a world where he initially felt like a loser. Fry's Odyssey teaches us that life is a grand adventure full of unexpected twists and turns. Despite his flaws and the many challenges he faced, Fry's journey is a testament to resilience, love, and the enduring spirit of adventure. The life of Fry is more than a story about a man out of time. It's a narrative that reminds us of the joy in life's unpredictability and the importance of holding on to hope. So as we reflect on Fry's journey, let's remember the lessons he taught us, to embrace the unknown, cherish our loved ones, and always keep hope alive.
Thank you for joining me on this journey through Fry's life. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember, the future is what you make of it.